Hi, math friends. We're going to check out some practice on the distributive property today. All right, so the distributive property at one level can help us do multiplication a little bit differently. Sometimes it might be a little bit easier, and sometimes it's just different. So 6 times 12, we know that that's 72. But 6 times 12, I can think of as decomposing this 12 into something like 10 plus 2. Okay, so now I do 6 times, and we're going to get used to seeing parentheses. If I have parentheses right next to a number, that means multiply. So 6 times 10 plus 2. Okay, now the fun thing about this is this means I do 6 times 10 and 6 times 2. So 6 times 10, we get 60. We can use a different color here. 6 times 2, I get 12. Okay, now something we don't want to forget is right in the middle here there's a plus sign, so this is still plus, because you could actually use this with subtraction as well, but 12 is 10 plus 2, so that's why we're doing this. Now 60 plus 12, when we do simplify that one more time, we end up with the answer of 72. Right, so a different way of looking at things. The big thing we need to know is how to multiply here inside the parentheses. All right, let's do the same thing with this next one, 8 times 23. So I can do 8 times, decompose that 23 into 20 plus 3. So if we can do multiples of 100 or multiples of 10, we should pretty much make things easier for us to do. There's a little stray mark there. All right, so now I'm going to do 8 times 20. I get 160 because 8 times 2 is 16. Then I take a 0 on. Then I'm going to look at 8 times 3. 8 times 3 is 24. Okay, so if I add them, 160 plus 24, I get 184. Okay, might be just a little bit simpler to do than trying to do 8 times 23 in my mind. Let's look at 2 more examples here too. If you want to try these yourself, go ahead and pause the video, but then give it a shot. All right, so for 47, I'm going to do 4 times 40 plus 7. Again, decompose that. All right, 4 times 40, I get 160. Then I get 4 times 7, 28. And I got this little plus sign here, so this is adding. 160 plus 28, so I get 188. All right, let's try out one more. So I get 3 times 73. And remember, at any point, go ahead and pause this, and then check how you do. 3 plus 7 times 70 plus 3. And then our distributing is when we multiply like this. 3 times 7 is 21. So then I put in another 0 for 3 times 70. Then I've got 3 times 3 is 9. And again, this is adding. So 210 plus 9 is 219. All right? Study hard, work hard. Hope that helps. You are awesome.